Okay, welcome back to the JeeSports Level Up JeeSports Invitational Cup number 1, streamed by Level Up, and right now we're into the quarterfinals between Madix and AlfaOmega, and we're about to pick the maps. A Battleforge has been removed, which is not really a surprise, as this map probably is not everyone's favorite here. So I'm not even sure if we're gonna see the map today. And Madix removes Etienne, that leaves T7, DM13 and Arrow Walk. I reckon that Madix, he might take Arrow. Alpha just picked DM13. Yep. So Madix picked Arrow, DM13 first.
Prepare to fight.
And we're getting ready. So once again, Madix against AlfaOmega, the JeeSports tournament here. Number 1.
Fight.
And I'm just gonna start with Madix. I don't know, Slowby, who are you watching right now? Okay. Madix is actually doing a nice thing here as he jumped over to the yellow and then wanted to go back to the red armor, but he actually saw AlfaOmega going that same direction, so he wasn't really able to pick up both. But now he's got the red, and he only has to find a way to get out of here. Being low on rockets obviously is not gonna make things easier, but right now things look sort of equal, although AlfaOmega will probably have slightly bigger stack as he picked up the mega health, and now Madix is slowing things a bit down, but still he hasn't got a rocket launcher, so he should be really careful here. And Madix can afford, can't afford those close combats, as he still hasn't got a rocket, but he's playing well so far. He still has to be careful when he exits that teleporter, because obviously Alpha has good positioning on him. Yeah, I think Madix is just trying to, get some better control, and he should really pick up the rocket ammo there. Yeah, there you go. He's just playing it slow. Probably waiting for mega health before he wants to do anything drastic. And setting a nice trap here. AlfaOmega is eating a lot of rockets, and there's the first kill by Madix. Nicely laid out trap. Although maybe Alpha should have known that Madix was nearby. So right now it's all up to Alpha, who's sort of getting chased away here by Madix. Madix is just gonna try to deny all the yellows. I mean, obviously Madix, the good thing that you can do is when he's in the lead or when he's in control, you can just wait and center map for Alpha to make noise and then strike. Well, that was actually a good move here by AlfaOmega. He stole away the red armor. That boosts him up a bit, but he will still not have much resources to actually battle against Madix right now. He still needs better weapons, and now AlfaOmega is slowing things down so tremendously because he knows he can't go center map, although he needs a rocket, and he still has to cross the entire map to actually get the shaft. And Madix is setting up another trap at the same position he just did earlier. And this is not looking very good for AlfaOmega here, and Madix is proving that he's not that bad on this map. I mean, he just won it against Demon, so will be interesting to see how Madix will be performing further on in the tournament. As Cypher and Avec dropped out, so less competition for Madix. There's another kill. Madix. Not much to say really. I mean, AlfaOmega is just really trying to work the yellows, but Madix is not really letting him. Also, it seems to me like Alpha is a bit too aggressive on the big items, although he can't really. And Madix is just overall really good, just trapping Alpha, just restricting Alpha from yeah, pushing into the center of the map. Yeah. Still, I mean, given the fact that Madix is on the mid level, it just means that he can not only get the mega health and the red, but also just jump, do rocket jumps to the yellow. So being center map is really, you know, the best you can do when you're in control. Madix is playing it nicely here. There's not much Alpha can do at the moment. Or 5 frags after 4.5 minutes is a really big margin. Yeah, Alpha should just try to not only get the timings on the big items, but also try to lay down damage when Madix goes for the big items. So there's a good grab here by Alpha, who just picked up the red. So it will be back around, yeah, the 5-minute mark. So Alpha should maybe set up a trap, or at least be there when it spawns. Oh, there's one good rocket. He should be careful though. If he moves in, he should be aware that Madix is waiting at the other end. But there's one good kill here. That means if Alpha is fast enough, he could get the red, but Madix stole it away. So that, I think that was slightly mistimed or just slightly misjudged by Alpha here. And there's a nice jump over Madix's head. And now Alpha is in the driving seat and he's playing very aggressive here. And Madix should be careful, because the way Alpha is playing it right now is really solid. Now he will have to slow down things a bit because he's sort of low on health, but red will be up soon. And Alpha is getting it. Madix just heard Alpha picking it up, and now he has to use the shotgun to fight against Alpha. I don't think that's the best option really for Madix here, but he surely did enough damage to actually force Alpha to retreat there. And Madix is working that long-range shotgun. Alpha's dropping down with the rocket launcher, shooting away Madix's life. Shooting away Madix's life, just shooting away Madix really. And it's 5-4, and actually it's not really looking that bright here for Madix at the moment. He will probably have the red timing. I'm not so sure if he has the mega timing. He actually has, and he drops down, gets it, but he runs out of ammo. But just denying that mega health definitely will help him. He just heard Alpha. Oh, so unfortunate. Alpha was rocket jumping up to the yellow armor. Madix heard it and just decided to go for the red, but missed that jump, and that really was a really big mistake here for Madix, because just if he had taken that red, this would have been really huge. And Madix should try, yeah, just force Alpha away. But this is, I would have actually just stayed there in silent mode, but I think Madix knew that Alpha knew that he was there, so shaft. Oh, that's a good fight here for Madix. Yeah, Madix right now is in a good position for all major items. If he grabs the red, there's still enough time to get to the mega. And Madix is already setting up. Alpha is not really nearby. Alpha's actually at the other end of the map at the shards near the plasma gun, and he just hurt Madix. And if Madix takes the jump pad, well, I wouldn't recommend taking the jump pad, but just what Madix did earlier, just either set a trap or just stay center map and wait for Alpha to yeah, to sneak up on him and then lay down some damage. Madix is just playing the items right now, just playing it safe really. Yeah, and now Madix has got 200, and now he should maybe increase the pace of the game a bit. We've got 1.5 minutes left. There's still enough time for Madix to kill Alpha, but Madix should also consider the fact that Alpha has got 150 armor, and you should know that he at least picked up 3 yellows in the meantime. So now it's gonna be the main problem that Madix will have is try to cut off
1 minute
Alpha.
warning.
Just try to surprise him, and that's gonna be a really tough task here. As Alpha is not only playing very defensively right now, but also yeah, he's positioning himself on the map very well. Just he's got a lot of options right now. And still, Madix is still looking for him. 40 seconds left. Oh, that is nice. But now Alpha took the mega health, and Madix is rocket jumping up and taking a jump. There's one good fight here. But Madix still, I mean, he lost out on so many resources because he didn't go for the mega health there. So much resources. And now he's really on the back foot here, and there's one rocket that will make the game GG. Maybe Madix should have tried to push in a bit earlier when he was in control. He had like, he didn't have 200 per se, but maybe he should have just leave one of the big items up to just surprise Alpha. You know, not do the obvious things, not take all the items. I mean, 200 is nice and all, but given the fact that Madix at least had 100 armor more than Alpha, should have really been sufficient. But it's only the first map. It's Team 13, 5-7. Next map will be Aerowalk, and I think this decider is T7, if I'm not mistaken. So 5-3. Yeah, and that's the main problem with public servers right now, because I don't know who Lemon is, but he just joined and is basically screwing things over here. I'm not sure if you can kick him, really. Because it's a public server. Oh, there you go. So Madix is taking a brief break. Meanwhile, I will have a quick look on the brackets. Let me have a look here.
Vote now.
So next up, we might be able to see Kilson versus Faz. Kilson is not playing right now, but this is very...
Vote failed.
Well, we'll see, because this will be either one more map or two maps. Maybe we'll still have enough time to cover Kilson versus Faz, because it will be a very interesting matchup. So we've got Agent versus Strengths. Can't check any scores right now because obviously I'm on the server here, but let's just wait a bit. Players are getting ready.
Vote now. Vote passed.
So this is Madix's map choice, and obviously he has to win this map. He just lost year 13. Why did Alpha just disconnect? Oh, this could take a while, really. Alpha's back, yay! So if you just tune in, this is the quarterfinals of the JeeSports Invitational tournament. Alpha vs Madix, second map. Now it's Madix's turn to turn this around and actually turn this into a 3-mapper. If he loses, he will move down to the loser bracket. This is Madix's pick, so... could root for him. We're biased. I mean, Madix is known to have a really good railgun, and I'm not entirely sure how well Alpha plays with the railgun, so can't really make any estimations here. But I think Madix is gonna be really strong on this map. Come on, ready up. Madix giving Swedish language lessons. Yeah. Yep, and we can already see Madix is hitting all his rails. Then again, I'm ready, and so should be Alpha. We don't want to waste more time, because after this I would really like to cover Fast versus Kilson. Go, 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 go!
Prepare to fight.
Alright, going live in 5. Once again, second map, Airwalk, Madix's pick.
1.
And I will spec Madix off the spawn. Getting a decent spawn here, should be a bit careful, but he's gonna grab the rail. He's got the rocket, so there's no need right now to go uber aggressive. Ooh, that was one good hit. Alpha will have to retreat a bit right now. He's got only 30 armor left. And Madix will be able to push Alpha a bit away here, as he is already waiting at the red armor. And there's the first kill for Madix. Nicely done. And Madix picking up that kill rather clean. That means that can push in very aggressively after he picks up all the items on the entire map. So right now there's nothing for Alpha available. Just the green that he just picked up, and he barely survives that. 21 HP left. Yeah, Madix can just push in if he wanted to. Madix obviously taking that teleporter. He just wants to remain position. I mean, obviously he doesn't want to run into the rockets of Alpha, because rockets are very powerful on this map. And they surely can turn things around. And there's surely gonna be the next kill. I mean, if Alpha gets out of here, he can be really happy. But with 25 HP, it's not gonna get very far. Madix still in position for all the items. There's the spawn rape. Alpha should slow things down a bit. Alpha should just... I mean, so far Madix has been good in denying the railgun from Alpha, so that means that Alpha only has the rockets at the moment. Finally Alpha got the ray gun, but you should really be careful. I mean, Madix obviously has the momentum, he's got all the weapons, he's just charging in here for that red armor, and there will be no problem for him to just pick it up. Yeah, but we saw Alpha, I mean, when he was in control, he wrapped up a lot of kills in a very short period, and Madix really had a hard task in getting back or break that control. So it will be still interesting to see how Alpha plays in the long term. And that was a really good pick up by Alpha, as he just picked up that mega health in mid-fight, but unfortunately his shaft was not really at par with Madix here. Yeah, Madix just surviving that fight with 27 HP. That means it's not too bad for Alpha at the moment. I mean, if he hits one rail and maybe a bit of rocket splash damage, he can definitely fight for that next big item, namely the mega health. And then shortly after that, I think the red is still up. I'm not sure. Yeah. So Madix couldn't even get on it. He just got killed. So right now we'll see Alpha in the driving seat, although Madix is still remaining good positioning on Alpha, trying to do as much damage as possible. Yeah. And if Madix hits another rail, this red will be his for sure. Wow, 2 good rockets, that forces Alpha away, but wow, that ray gun, that was so crucial here in that fight. So Madix still on the back foot, but 5-2 is not too bad. Still a long way for Alpha. Yeah, Madix just got back into the game. I mean, Alpha wasn't really able to do much damage on the items, and he's probably gonna lose out on that mega as well. So Alpha really should, I mean, even though he was sort of low, he should try to be more present when the big items show up. You know, either he just spams rockets or nades or whatnot. You should just really try to do more damage. Right now, I mean, in between, right now is a really good point for Alpha to get back into the game, because not only did he just pick up the red, but there's hardly anything on the map for him. Wow, that shotgun just annihilated him, and I didn't really see that coming, and I'm pretty sure Alpha didn't either. But Arrow Walk once again proves it's a really fast-paced map and goes back and forth here at the moment. Really hard to tell who's gonna win this. Obviously, Madix will have to win this to force a third map. So it's all on him. Madix maybe mistiming the mega health slightly. Mega health is at 15. Yeah. Alpha can't do much right now. It was a really good push by Madix, but I think it was a bit too predictable for Alpha. That's why he punished him so much. Yeah. So Mega is at 15. Madix once again a bit too early, but he's just gonna pick it up and will have enough time to get on the red, or at least do damage while Alpha is standing on it. Madix should be careful. If he hits a big rocket, this you should have to retreat. But finally, Alpha gives up his positioning. And there's the rocket in the face. Yeah, it's not looking too good for Alpha at the moment. Madix is wrapping up a lot of spawn kills here. And just controlling all the major items. There's not much left for Alpha to grab.
Impressive.
Good railway by Madix. Yeah, 2.5 minutes. I mean, it's still possible for Alpha to come back from this, but at the moment it's... Well, right now would be a good moment because Madix just took a lot of damage from Alpha's rockets. So... But once again, Madix has got the better positioning on the red armor, and spamming those nades will prevent peak railing. And the only good thing for Alpha right now is that he was able to pick up that mega health, but that rail just sort of neutralized it. So there's not much. Alpha will not have much left. One rail and he is dead. He just picked up that green and now forced back here. And Madix actually is the one being forced away as he just ate that railgun. And there's another one, so 11 to 6, 1.5 minutes left, and now Madix really has to slow it down. He should just get nades, get the railgun, and just try to stay out of trouble, because he can't really change for the big items here. And he's not even taking the yellow, and that was a really awkward decision. I mean, he could have at least taken the yellow, but I think he was a bit too afraid from Alpha dropping down on him. So 4 frags, 1 minute to go. This is definitely possible, and Madix is trying to slow down things as much as possible. And right now he's not making any noise, but that also means that he hasn't got any weapons, and Alpha is really turning on his aggressiveness here. 3 frags to go. It's definitely possible. Madix, if he gets a rail, then he could maybe plus back a bit better. Yeah, he just picked it up, and there's one good rail. So Alpha is fairly... Oh, that was a beautiful rail. This could be the crucial rail for the game, because that means that Alpha is on the back foot. Now he just died to Madix, and yeah, just grabbing that ray gun just saved Madix's game. So we will be seeing a third map, which will be T7 as far as I know. Just really well played by Alpha. It looks to me that even, I mean, when Alpha is in control, it seems to me that he's wrapping up more kills in the shorter period than Madix does, because Alpha plays a bit more aggressive. But really, the deciding factor was the rear gun here. I mean, even though Madix was out of position or out of control a couple of times, really the rear gun helped him to get back in the game. And there's Furious Sight's third map. And now I actually forgot the score of Airwalk. It's like 13 to 9. Thank you.
Prepare to fight.
So third map, quarterfinals, Madix vs AlfaOmega, T7,
1.
deciding map.
Fight.
Madix getting the mega health spawn. Nothing out of the ordinary yet. Ooh, this is gonna be a big thing because Maddy not only gets the yellow but also the rail, so he will be he will probably have an advantage. The only thing that he doesn't have is a shaft, so he should be careful here in center map. And there's AlfaOmega already waiting for the red, and Madix just dropping down. I mean, just slowing the game down there was such an advantage for Madix. I mean, he was walking, so Alpha didn't really know where he was where he was getting ambushed from, and also the positioning that Alpha had maybe wasn't really the best. Anyway, Mega Health has been picked up, and the red will be Madix's probably, and there will still be at least 15 seconds for the Mega Health. Madix has delayed the Mega Health slightly, but he should still be able to get there in time. And Alpha's actually waiting at the shaft for him. But you should really, just try to stay out of Madix's sight. But being there when Madix picked up the Mega Health obviously gives him the advantage of getting the timing. So, and now Madix once again is slowing down the game a bit, trying to find an angle on Alpha. And Alpha has been working the yellows and the red once. So he's built up a reasonable stack, and he will probably try to set up for this next mega here, but he has to do a lot of damage before it. I don't think he can get it now. Nope. Madix just grabbed it, but there's good positioning on him, and he actually gets pushed away, and Madix is going in for the shaft, and with Alpha just having that rocket launcher, which he didn't connect with, he missed out of on a lot of damage, and Madix just punished him with that shaft. So Alpha will have to slow things down once again. And I'm gonna spec Alpha a bit to see what he's... I think we've been speccing Madix a bit too much. Let's see what he can do. Well, he needs at least the rail, and yeah, that's not gonna help. So 3-0. Yeah, Alpha can't really drop down to get the rail because Madix was down there, so he will still have to wait out a bit. At least he grabs the shaft. There comes Madix very aggressively and pushes away Alpha, and there's... I mean, there wasn't really much Alpha could do in that situation because Madix was just so quickly that Alpha couldn't even plus stack fast enough. Yeah, Madix is doing a great job just denying the rail from Alpha, so this will once again mean that Alpha... I mean, if you're out of control, you really have to hit a lot of good prediction, a few good prediction rockets to actually get back into the game without the rail, so it's gonna be really tough. Obviously, using the rocket launcher, usually you take damage, and in mid-fights, Madix will always have the upper hand as his shaft aim will be superior. So it's not gonna make things easy for Alpha. Now 7-0 is already, brick frag margin, so I don't think Alpha Yeah, I mean, you could come back from this, but it's definitely gonna take a while because Madix has got a lot of armor and a lot of health, so... Yeah, Madix is hitting 53% rail at the moment. In comparison to Alpha, that is 33%, so there's really a big difference between those two. But first frag finally for Alpha, and actually it's a good frag, so he still has a lot of armor left, and he will be able to do a lot of damage on that mega health, but he will still not be able to kill Madix that easy, even off the spawn, so... 5 minutes. Yeah, Madix should try to get out of here. Maybe he can hit a few good defensive rockets, and that was a really good move by Madix, and I didn't really expect him to get out of that position, but his rockets were so good, just and his dodging as well, that Alpha wasn't really able to charge in that particular situation. And now Madix is just playing hide and seek. Eventually Alpha being able to kill him, but only with 11 HP. That means off the spawn, Sparty. Madix will have an easy job to kill Alpha. But Alpha gets another chance as Mega Health and Yellow are up, and he will be able to pick up another Yellow. Just get the rail, and he will probably play very aggressive right now. I mean, that's basically the only thing you can do to get back into this game, but with Madix hitting all those rails, Alpha can't really charge in as you would really like to. Plus back railing seems to be the thing that holds Alpha from getting this map. There's one sneaky rail, but that's still not enough. Wow. Yeah, now Alpha is getting a bit desperate. He's getting a kill, but though about 7 frags in 3 minutes. That's next to impossible on this map. So. And Madix is actually hitting these crazy nades. He can't drop down because he only got 3 HP. Quite interesting. Yeah, Madix just trying to slow down the game as much as possible. 4th frag for Alpha here. Alpha chasing around the map, trying to find Madix, who's hiding actually at the grenade launcher, giving him a lot of options. As soon as he hears Alpha, he's just gonna blast back with the rockets and not gonna leave. That's gonna be really hard for Alpha to... Yeah, just basically, he can't really blast forward here anyway, because Madix's rocket and rail are so good at the moment. Madix hiding behind that pillar. Meanwhile, Alpha's still trying to find Madix. So, it's still the same game. Nothing has changed. Oh my god. Madix just buying time. He's even delaying the spawn. 5 seconds that he has to actually delay that spawn.
1 minute warning.
And he gets the red armor off the spawn, so that will be enough armor for Madix to actually run away for at least another few seconds. Oh, Oh, look at that shaft. Alpha just getting annihilated while he dropped down. GG. Oh, that's quite interesting. Faz and Kilson are actually playing right now on Battleforged. Rather unfortunate that we can't see the game right now. We're just waiting for this one to finish and then I'll try to get the password so we can join it. Oh, okay. So Madix won the third map. I'm just gonna stop the VOD.